Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Ali Mehdaoui, Tanya Tenica, brand new installment. Hey, are you ready to get activated? Are you ready to get fired up? If you're watching this from wherever you're watching it, it's going to disappear as soon as the live is over. But we wanted to hook you up and give you an inside look of a live action session right now where we're going to be focusing on how to brand new blueprint. Now, I go by the name of Ali Mehdaoui. I am the guy who's very excited, fired up, and ready to take on the world. And I'm doing it for the family. I'm doing it for the reason why, and I'm doing it for God. And she is Tanya Tenica, the woman that is 10 times better than I ever could be in this business thing. Tanya, what's up, sis?
You always say that.
And I mean it every single time.
I love you for it. You're amazing. Word.
What's in the menu for today, Tanya? What we doing?
We're going to talk about branding, how to activate your branding. A lot of times individuals want to build businesses or companies, however, but they do I guess they don't brand appropriately, right? And so many times I don't think many have really explained what it is to have a faceless brand and a face brand, and when to have them, and how to lead with your face brand first. And then all things kind of distribute from there. So we're going to talk about those things.
We're going to talk about it. Do you have any opening remarks before? Because I got bullet points, Tanya. I am ready. I am fired up and ready. I got the meat, like they say in what is it? What's that company?
Oh no,
Arby's. We got the meats.
Oh, I don't know. I don't eat Arby's.
I know. I don't eat Arby's either, but I hear their commercials every now and then. All right. Y'all ready? Let me know if you're ready to rock and roll. And if you're watching with us or chime in with us live, let us know wherever you may be watching, because we want to give you access to the actual room itself as an audience member where you can ask all questions that may be relevant for you. Looks like we got Danica. What's up, sister? Danica says, I only see black screens, or is it a me problem? I don't know.
I actually went and I looked, so because I was like, oh, let me see. I see us clearly, so you might just have to do a little screen,
little refresh. Yeah. All right. Well, let me go ahead and get the party started with your permission. And as always, we're gonna chime back and forth. So the goal for today on this brand new blueprint is to clarify, align, and activate your personal brand. Clarify, align, and activate your personal brand. Now, you may say, well, why is this something that I need to focus on? Well, your brand is your promise. Your brand is what people actually care about. Your brand is what makes the person say yay to move forward to the next step, whatever that is, or nay to I don't see any relevance for you and I to be in the same conversation. That hurts, right? But we're going to change that today. So I got a few steps for you. I got 5 specific steps that I'm going to go over today. So the very first thing is making sure that you unlock your core identity. Now, Tanya, you and I always talk about brand or core values, right? Like I don't want to have to sell out and be a chameleon where I'm changing my core values based on who I'm talking to. And there are a lot of people who will switch up like that just to get $1 out of a 50 cent. I don't care who you are and how much money that you have. I don't care how much I struggle every time in my past that I compromise. I'm like, I just don't want to offend, or I just don't think I know, or whatever that soft side of me is. I end up making big mistakes, and I hurt my brand and my companies and myself and eventually my family. So we don't want to switch on those core values. Any remarks on that before I go into the relevant questions that I think we should reflect on?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that many times individuals, let's just clarify branding as a whole. I usually talk about 9 pillars of branding, and they're just like, well, I thought it was the graphics and the pretty colors, and we're like,
logo.
Yeah, like the logo. And unfortunately, that's what we think about. And so we don't think that we need branding. And so then we go into marketing. And one of our biggest things, Ali, is we actually help more marketing companies than we do most, because most people aren't ready to market. because they don't have a viable brand and it has
Yep.
nothing really to do. I've seen multi-millions grow very quickly without having the pretty colors and logos and all of that. But it's exactly what you said. One part of that brand identity, that's one of the pillars that we teach, is how do you operate? What are your primary values? What are your non-negotiables is what I like to say. What are you not going to compromise on? Right? So when you go into a situation, you're not letting the situation, money, or opportunity run you. There's many things that we've actually shut down or even pulled away from that would have been millions. But what would it have done to our brand? And then we've had issues where then you got seen people go to jail and taxes and all types of crazy stuff happen, but we stayed pure and we saw them go down and we knew that God was saying no. So I would add that part to it because I think right now we're myth busting a lot for people because they're thinking again colors and that aspect.
And
but it's
also there's a lot of hype marketing out there that is confusing people. So I'm glad we get to keep it real in here for a second because it's hard. It's not easy. Building a business is not easy. And when you think you got it all figured out, you get crushed all over again. It's the norm. It's okay. It's part of the process. Have faith. All right. So before you brand your business, you need to brand your beliefs. See, branding your beliefs is identity, is core values. If you are in business with Tanya, no matter whether it's an Alignable or, on this platform that you are in right now, you can tell that she is faith-based, right? Like it's not, some no-nonsense stuff. It's very, very important for you to brand your beliefs and make it known for the world. I am not asking you to actually, whatever that is, just make sure that you are very clear and concise about it, right? One of the things that I used to struggle with all the time is I'm like, we need to separate house and church, right? Like when it comes to business, I'm like, I'm struggling. Like, I don't want to come like the guy who's using faith in order to buy influence. And Tanya's always helping me like, no, it's the same thing. If you use those values, the business is going to be better. You don't have to be a pastor, minister, imam, preacher, rabbi, or whatever it is. But if you live with those core values, your business is going to reflect on of that. Here are some. Go ahead.
Ali, that means if they live it. You said it right there. If they live it, there are many that will say because they think that's what the audience wants to hear. And I'll tell you that you'll get tattled on real quickly. How you see me, I think, Ali, you know me from all aspects. So how you see me privately, personally, and then publicly, it's the same, is it not? I mean, we have different conversations that we wouldn't necessarily speak publicly, but how I operate, personnel, all of that, loving God, everything is the same. I don't change. Even if I'm in a spiritual atmosphere where, well, it's all spiritual atmosphere, but if I'm in a more corporate setting where we're not actually talking about God, you can hear it in how I speak. If you're a believer, you can actually pull out what scripture and what you can actually, but I'm not like Bible thumping, right? And so that's the biggest thing. When you say brand your beliefs, make sure that they're not just a belief, but that you are living them out as well, because that is that you are your walking brand. The brand is you. Yep. So if they see you out there on the streets, what you're looking at on social media, all of that stuff, I promise you, it's going to come out. Eventually, it will come out.
So don't get caught in the streets.
Don't get caught up in the streets. Don't get caught up in the streets. I mean, we make mistakes. So I've made mistakes too, right?
We all have. We all have. We're not claiming to be perfect and have it all figured out, but we're sharing with you. I think.
But I'm not going to build my business off of a lie.
Yeah.
A mistake just happens, right? Okay, yeah. I got caught up. I learned my lesson. Building a brand off of a complete lie, knowing daggone well you don't do a certain thing, but you're teaching this. That's what I'm talking about. But go ahead.
Yep. 100%. So here are some questions to reflect on that will allow you to build your brand, your beliefs, instead of branding just your business. What are 3 core values that drive how you show up? What are 3 core values that drive how you show up? Second question is, what's the biggest pain you've overcome, and how does that relate to what you do? See, I talk a lot about my past and my childhood trauma in many ways, dealing with homelessness, poverty, sexual abuse, physical abuse. Like, how did that morph me into the man that I've become today, right? How does that make me make my decision making? So the pain points are always superpowers. Many of us look at them as trauma, but I look at it as, see this? This reminds me of how strong my arm is. See this? This reminds me of how thick my skin is. See this? This reminds me of how I can handle any shot anywhere, right? So you got to have that mindset of, it's not a traumatic pain. It's a superpower to remind me of how great I am. How do people describe your energy when you leave their room? We just had an interview with a young man maybe 30 minutes ago. And, we're looking to hire him to do sales for us. And, we automatically and straight up soft spoken. We need to know, like, you have that it factor in sales, because that's the energy that
did he freeze,
y'all? There are some people that we've worked with that. Did I freeze?
Yeah, you froze for a second. I was trying to see if it was you, me. Nah. Okay, yeah. You froze for. You froze for a second too.
Did my third world country internet catch up to the studios? Is what I'm hearing.
Bro, I told you what I was praying for when you're like, what are you looking forward to? So let's go ahead. You were talking about the energy, and I know you were about to talk about how we had to question, what that would look like for him because he was soft-spoken, so on and so forth. But it didn't mean that he wasn't good at what he did. So it was just a different approach. But anyway,
it's just the vibe that we picked up. Just like when we've seen individuals that speak on stages and we look at each other like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want that person around me. I don't care how much admired you or admiration you're getting from the outside world. I know you, and I know the energy that you left. And many people that you and I both know, they repulse people from walking out of the room. They're like, I'm glad that's over. So what kind of energy are you leaving when you leave the room? So here's a little exercise that I would recommend is, once you answer those 3 questions, do a little bit of a core identity statement, something within the lines of, I am whatever the title or the role is. I am an entrepreneur. I am a business developer. Or I am a strategist. Or I am a counselor. Or I am an advisor, right? Who helps target audience, who helps entrepreneurs, who helps parents, who helps faith-based couples, who helps whatever it may be, achieve desired transformation. So achieve branding goals, achieve success goals, achieve peace and harmony, achieve weight loss, whatever that desired transformation goal, by whatever that method is, by coaching, by training, by empowering, by providing courses, by doing live sessions, by whatever that is. So I am, whatever that role is, who helps whomever that target audience is achieve whatever the desired transformation in order by whatever method or superpower that you have. So just so you know, there is a gift that we're going to be giving you today. Everything that I'm telling you is going to be ready for you with one click when you're done. So I appreciate you. And yes, take notes, because note takers, it automatically gets absorbed mentally for you. But I have it nice and organized for you once we're done. Tanya Tenica has it organized for you. I'm just a guy in the mic. Okay, so let's go to step number 2 of.
On that,
yeah, though? please, yeah.
Please. Okay, so we want to help you prepare. We talk about this often, where we want you not to just be a hobby. We want you to then grow from this business aspect, because a lot of times it stages to this company aspect, right? And we don't want you to be 60, 70, 80 years old and not have this fruit, this result from what you built. So when Ali was talking about how you help them, right, through coaching, through all of those things, let's go. I want you to go further, and I want to challenge you. Do that for now. If you don't, that's the first step. I'm going to give you a second step, another level. If you already have that, I want you, like mine is, get clear, productive, and take massive action through the activator method. I want you to brand a method that you're known for. When you can brand this method, fix it, go through this process of this method that you have, a writing method, a creative method, a producing method, whatever it is that you do, brand that method. When you have that branded, you're now able to go a step further And what Ali and I have launched and done recently is now we're helping individuals license that into a system, because most individuals have softwares. And they think, oh, I have ClickFunnels or some of these other ones, and it's just, that's the system. But it's not necessarily the system. It's a software that you're using. A system is a conglomerate of multiple softwares into one with a behavior as well attached to it. Okay, that is going to be able to yield those results in the end. It's the huge framework, the container. And so I wanted to share that because most individuals don't take it a step further and claim a method that's also going to be intriguing for others. And that's super important to be known for in your branding. And then when you're also asking how you help them, make sure that you're dealing with the issue of not wanting to be seen. Most people have this hype like they're going to do something, but they're really actually very much afraid of being seen because they don't want to get to a certain level. And then you're going to get the negative comments, and you're going to get the pushback, and you're going to get people trying to bash you and your family. And it just happens. Sometimes it comes with the territory. You can't necessarily control that, right? So I just wanted to bring that aspect because I think that's really important when we're thinking about scaling in the future that many don't think about.
ME Studios, we don't just create campaigns, we build brands. Our mission is to transform your ideas into a compelling experience that resonates with your audience and elevates your brand identity. Hey there! Ever dreamt of launching your own branding campaign, but overwhelmed by all the moving parts? From concept to execution, the process can seem daunting, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Look no further. Welcome to ME Studios, your one-stop shop for all things branding. Imagine this, a place where creativity meets technology, and your branding dreams come to life. We start with pre-production. Our expert team dives into creative concept meetings, curates top-tier guests, and even puts together stunning headshots. We help you shape your vision and plan every detail meticulously. We even throw in AI-powered commercials to give you that extra edge. These commercials are designed to seamlessly integrate with your content, making your campaign not just informative, but also commercially viable. Next up, production. Picture yourself in a state-of-the-art studio with professional lighting, high-quality mics, and an inspiring atmosphere. Our studios are equipped with the latest technology to ensure your sessions are smooth and productive. We create power-packed segments split into 3 engaging parts, 15 minutes each, designed to captivate your audience. Our team ensures that each segment is filled with valuable content and keeps your audience hooked. Now, let's talk post-production. Our team meticulously edits your content, adding branded intros and outros, custom music, and flawless transitions. We take care of all the technical details so you can focus on delivering your message. We make sure your message shines brighter than ever. Our goal is to enhance your voice and make your campaign stand out in a crowded market. Finally, it's time to launch. We distribute your polished campaign across all major platforms, ensuring your campaign reaches the widest possible audience. But that's not all. We create viral reels, issue a national press release, and ensure your campaign gets the attention it deserves. Our marketing strategies are designed to maximize your reach and engagement. At ME Studios, we bring your vision to life. Our dedicated team works tirelessly to ensure your campaign is a true reflection of your brand and resonates with your audience. Your campaign, your brand, done right. We take pride in delivering high-quality, professional campaigns that make a lasting impact. Ready to make your mark? Visit themestudios.net and book your launch today. Our team is excited to help you start your branding journey. Thanks for watching, and let's get your voice out there. Together, we can create something truly special.
I like it. Very, very solid, by the way. Might I add that you are doing a phenomenal job today.
Thanks, Wei.
Of course. Let's go to that step number 2, build a signature brand theme. So, see, consistency builds trust, right? Like when I see you do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again for a long, long time, like I've been literally preaching the same message, improvised and growing and getting better and better since I was in MySpace. Yes, I said MySpace. I got some
Wow.
rings on the side of my hair. I know, crazy, right? But
Nice.
here's what, yeah, your audience should feel your essence in everything. And see, we are habitual human beings. That's why your favorite show comes on the same channel at the same time on the same day, and you sit on the same spot on the couch having the same exact, like, you are a habitual creature. So there's a reason why the gecko for the insurance company is the same accent, same exact behavior. There's a reason why Jake from State Farm, no matter how much they improvise and they grow the commercials, wears the same thing with the same haircut, says the same thing with the same exact tonality. So if your brand is not consistent, my brain does not feel a trust factor, right? So you want to build trust. Make sure that you have consistency in what you are building. And make sure that you choose the tone of your brand. What does that mean to have a brand tone? Is your brand bold and audacious? Is your brand soulful and transformative? Is your brand clean and professional? Is your brand inspirational and uplifting? Is your brand a boss babe kind of brand? Is your brand a dadpreneur? Is your brand a Nike just do it challenging, right? You have to figure out the tonality of your brand so you are consistent with it, because we the people, we love community, and a community loves a sense of belonging. So if I feel like I connect with you and I jump into that bandwagon of your brand, but then I get in and the tone is totally different, I'm immediately like, yeah, this is not what I thought it was going to be. So the trust gets broken and therefore I'm out. This is why you have to have a consistency in that. So here are some of, an exercise, if you would, right? Make sure that you write or define at least the top 3 content pillar. These are your repeating topics across all platforms. If you know anything about me, I am huge on branding. I am huge on business development and strategy. And I'm definitely huge on, let me make sure I am crystal clear, practical personal growth. What is the difference? Motivational speaker tell you what you need to know so you can feel good in the moment. Practical, I give you the math and it checks out and you can go ahead and implement it right away and have those results. So those are my 3 content pillars. Those are the 3 pieces that I'm extremely passionate about. So the question is, are you willing to identify and define those 3 content pillars? And if you don't, you're going to struggle with consistency. If there is no consistency, you're going to identify and find yourself in a circumstance where the individual that is listening to you goes in and out. It's like when we do a live and you see people going in and out, in and out, in and out. They see a title, sounded good. Right. They get in, not consistent with the title, I'm out. So it's very, very important that you do that. Tanya, any remarks on that?
Yeah. So one of the things I would have to say is what you're talking essentially is about culture. So science has actually proven that like attracts like. You know, we talk about opposites attract and everything, but like attracts like. And even individuals are attracted to someone who it's not just looks pretty and nice or handsome, attractive, but they're attracted to who they are, their lifestyle, they're clean, they look, they definitely look put together, right? That simply means don't wear your bonnet and pajama pants on a live stream or something like that. If you're not doing a makeup tutorial or something, I don't know, but just being careful of how you present yourself. But the other thing is it's the internal, right? So like attracts like, it's the internal. So whatever you are, however you are, whatever your belief system is, there's this thought transmission as well. It's like we're a mirror, right? So if we're thinking negatively about ourselves, then we're going to portray that to our audiences too. It's just naturally what happens. You can't help it, okay? And so that's why you have to do the inner work. Show up, and that will build your brand. If you notice, there's some individuals that their brand, they just started on an Instagram going live or something super small and simple, and they blew up. But their internal, their authenticity, everything, they were able to connect with their audience because they were so raw and real. And so that's that. So setting that culture, however you are, make sure that that's what you live. And here's the thing. If you're not where you want to be, it's okay, because honestly, who doesn't love a good hero story? Who doesn't love going to see the transformations? I don't know how many like weight loss and fitness and all this other stuff and mindset transformation glow ups that I watch. Like I'm watching a bunch of skincare and some other stuff. And I love going back to their pages to see their timeline, what they looked like, where they are now, and it gives me motivation. So bring along, people in your journey. And then also inside of the chat, we are giving you the blueprint. You can actually go to im.media in the product section in our store, and you can download the blueprint that Ali's actually teaching from right now. And the replays and everything are going to be on there. You
Sweet.
and your word.
I mean,
you are fire today. Listen, today, no, you're not just hype. Like you killed it and crushed it in our last meeting. Like everything, something shifted.
Wow, something shifted. All right. Like, was
it this week?
This weekend happened. Yeah. I feel like the handcuffs, I broke those suckers, and I smell a little bit of that spiritual freedom. I'm like, I know how great I am. So, yes. And it's hard for everybody else to understand because it looks like day one, but I'm already in day 100. Like I can see it now. Like before it was dark, but now I did one of these like, you just look, wait, is that what I think it is? Okay. Yeah, let me go back to the trading. All right, here we go. Step number 3 is visual brand identity checklist. So your visual speaks before you do. So I'm about to hurt your feeling. All right, look, it is what it is. The truth shall be the truth. See, when I see somebody screenshotting something from Google and then using a story to type a Zoom link or to type something ugly on it and then voice over it with what I know because I hear you scratching the microphone with your face. So we're going to do John Meal. Like, dude, I will not do business with you because you are showcasing how terrible and how much you don't care. It's like getting dressed so bad and not showering and showing up to a VIP party. Congrats that you are in a VIP party, but why do you look like a slum guy? Come on, bro. Dress up for the occasion. And look, I'm not making fun of anybody. I was homeless. I understand struggle. I understand lack. I get it all. What I am saying though, put some effort in you. I've seen somebody that straight up was living out of their car, and I found out afterwards they were living out of car, but their content was spot on. They're always smiling. They always get at least fix their hair, but we never knew the guy was fixing his hair from the beach shower. And walking around like, hey, another beautiful day in Miami. Today we're talking about, but he had this beautiful aura and attracted me to be like, man, your content is great. We should talk. It's like, honestly, bro, it's been a struggle, but I appreciate it. I'm like, what do you mean? And then he shared with me that he was homeless. So think about that. You need to put effort in your visuals, all right? First and foremost, headshots reflect your current look and vibe. Realtors, insurance agents, step forward, please. I know you love using your high school picture on your banners. Like, I get it, right? But guess what? We need the now version of you. You are amazing and beautiful. Just take an updated picture. Logos or wordmark, they need to match your mission. We've updated them. I'm coming for everybody. Look, I'm hoping that I upset you enough that you do the right thing just to be like, I'm going to show you how great I am, Ali. Your logo needs to be updated and showcase and match the mission itself. Our logo has just been updated. Our upside down triangle, there's a reason for that. The upside down, even Tanya, we talked about it this weekend. It means delta. Delta means change. Why does it aim at the ME? Change starts with me. And if you flip it upside down, we rise. See that? That's pretty cool. So we need to match our mission. The color palettes. Hex codes, please. Tanya always, no matter who the client is, whenever we talk about making anything, she's like, hey, can I have the hex codes, please, for the color palettes? I do. And the reason is she understands The visual branding needs to match the mission itself. The fonts that you're using, while you think that every story can have a different font, it's important for you to have consistency. The header font and the body font, like all these different things matter when it comes to achieving a message, when it comes to branding. Social banners and profiles consistently across all channels. Look, if you have a banner from an event that you did in 1994, I know there was no social media then, I'm being facetious. You need to update that. If you have a compensation plan, I see people, they have a compensation plan. I'm like, what are you doing? I see people, they put a business card with their phone and then they put it up there. Really? That is the ultimate hood on social media. For real, for real. Stop doing all those things that are hurting you and they're promoting how amateur you are. Now, keep in mind, one-liner bio and long form media bio is important. I need to know right off the bat, right underneath your picture, who you are and what you do. All right, I'm done with my rant. Tanya, what you got? Visual brand identity.
You're done with your rant? Listen, I probably won't be too much better or easier because I'll be honest, there's no excuse anymore. And you can't say, I didn't know, because the truth of the matter is you have all this free content. YouTube, we're doing this for free, right? And you should be constantly researching, learning, finding a mentor that you're going to follow. Stick with that mentor. Purchase the stuff that they have. We have IAM.media. We decided to, as we're commingling this brand together, and it's 37 cents. $37. And it's, what is it? Like a dollar
and 30 cents a day.
$1.30 a day. And we have all of these assets and resources and all of that. You have ChatGPT to chit chat with, right? Just to train the ChatGPT and then say, here's my thought. What are your thoughts? If you're not there, and that's free. You have Canva, that's free, right? You have Poster My Wall, that's free. You have Metricool for scheduling. 50 posts, free. Like, I can't tell you how many resources and things and assets that you can have. Ali and I have an alignable group that we run. That's free. It's like, but we come up with excuses. And so at one point, I can't take the excuses, because even when I tell you to do something and you come back to me and you haven't done that yet, that shows me where your mind is at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And on top of that, there's too many resources out there. If there are too many resources out there.
Hit him, Tanya. Hit him hard. Go for it.
Well, I'm trying to get him hit hard.
Tanya, you want me to do the song? You can never, ever. No. All right, let me stop. Hit him.
But yes, there's just too many connections and resources out there. I think what ends up happening too is that when everything is free for you, you're laxed about it. You think it'll always be there. There's too much familiarity there. Way too much. Which is why I stopped doing stuff for free. Giving stuff away constantly.
Can I just say on that word, like, even if we're putting free content out there, we're still treating it like the most valuable piece of content that we're creating. Like people think just because it's
how, and we don't hold and we don't gatekeep.
No, but not only the no gatekeeping part, but at the same exact time, we put quality, like we make sure that it's edited and denoised and captions and follow-up links that go with it, even if 90% of it has no call to action. So even if you're putting, some people say, oh, I just dumped a Zoom recording on YouTube. You call that content? Nah, bro. I call it leftover. I call it disrespect to your audience. You don't deserve to be in business. You do not earn your stripe in my book, because in your mind, all I have to do, again, that's the difference between branding and marketing, just drop this leftover content, assuming that person is going to spend the time. Like, that is an entitled, selfish, horrible attitude. And the reason why nobody will ever do business with you. It's not because you don't have a good offer. It's not because you don't have a good product. It's because of the fact that you're disrespecting your audience by not putting the best effort forward, even if it's free content. Oh my God, I am so mean today and I love it.
Yes. And I love it.
Yes.
And I love it. Okay, guys. This is a public service announcement. The old Ali is no longer around. The new wineskin is out.
Look, get used to this. Look, I'm gonna say it.
Oh, because here's the thing. You and I have been in this for a while, and one of our missions was making sure that we don't gatekeep. And when we do a live or we teach, we're giving everything on the table. We're not going to sit here and say, okay, I'm going to give them just enough, which we hear all the time, just enough. So I'm going to gatekeep the how. Right? Yeah. I just don't agree with that. I don't. If you want to try it on your own, go try it on your own. Here's how you do it. Now, if it's our proprietary system, then yeah, you got to come inside. And we're going to gatekeep that because that's just wisdom. But go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just trying to be more gangster. I like this me.
You like this?
Yeah. Let me get into it. Let me go into step number 4 because I'm about to whip it. Because I'm just getting started. Look,
Jennifer likes getting whipped. Obviously,
I am just getting started. I promise you this. I am just getting started. I promise you none of this is going to change. I finally found my voice. I found my strength. I found my superpowers. And I'm not letting this thing go. All right. Step number 4, craft your authority statement. Here's what that means. Why should people trust you? Because right now, and I talk about this a lot, if I Google your first and last name incognito, and I find your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, and nothing else, or maybe just a couple of funnels here and there, you have no credibility in a stranger's book, right? Like, I don't know you, so therefore, like, man, I'm not making any noise. Why would I bother with you? But you need to get into prime time media outlets. ABC, Fox, CBS, CW. Heck, we have our own established channels that we can get you there, right? Make sure that you build a 6-figure brand today, even if it's not generating the money yet. And with the technology that we have and with AI and with most of freemium platforms, you can absolutely build that. Don't lie. I'm not telling you to fake it. I hate faking it. Don't fake it. Look, we had a terrible call this morning about business. That was like a big punch in the face. That's probably why I'm so fired up. I get fired up when my back is against the wall. But I will tell you this. I am blessed because of the trust factor that I have in God, right? Like that's me. What I am telling you about you is that you need to upgrade all that you have because you keep convincing yourself that you're not good enough or you don't have what it takes. Again, we can help you. We're giving you this very same training right now. And the blueprint that I'm working off of right now, we have it for you at no cost. There's a link that got dropped in the chat, or wherever you're watching this from, let us know and we'll make sure that you have it. But you need to operate like a Fortune 500 CEO. I didn't say Fortune 500 income. I didn't say Fortune 500 staff. I know you're bootstrapping and doing it by yourself, but your mindset needs to be there. We are there. I am there. I am not letting this thing go, and you shouldn't either. So it's very important for you to have this behavior of a company, not a salesperson, a behavior of a brand, not an offer, a behavior of a C-suite, not just somebody who's just dropping stuff on stories and assuming that people are going to just pull out their credit card and start ordering from me. It does not work like that. So it's very important. And that also needs to be featured on your website. So if we, God willing, work together and we can help you identify, even if you do it on your own, identify how to get yourself on the primetime platforms, Spotify, iHeart, Audible.com, Amazon Music, Alexa, Siri, it all needs to have you all over it. Make sure that it's featured on your website, featured in Spotify, iHeart, all that. So those gives you the credibility and you tap into organic search engine optimization. All right, before I go to step number 5, Tanya, anything that I missed?
Yeah, you guys can go to the ME Studios. Let me change that because I know we changed our name.
Oh, to ME Studios, yeah.
To ME Studios, but the website is still the same, right? So it's themestudios.net. That's where you can find your PR, your media. We have so many different packages. It's absolutely amazing. And so we're just going to resource you in that area.
At ME Studios, we don't just create campaigns, we build brands. Our mission is to transform your ideas into a compelling experience that resonates with your audience and elevates your brand identity. Hey there! Ever dreamt of launching your own branding campaign, but overwhelmed by all the moving parts. From concept to execution, the process can seem daunting. But don't worry, we've got you covered. Look no further. Welcome to ME Studios, your one-stop shop for all things branding. Imagine this, a place where creativity meets technology, and your branding dreams come to life. We start with pre-production. Our expert team dives into creative concept meetings, curates top-tier guests, and even puts together stunning headshots. We help you shape your vision and plan every detail meticulously. We even throw in AI-powered commercials to give you that extra edge. These commercials are designed to seamlessly integrate with your content, making your campaign not just informative, but also commercially viable. Next up, production. Picture yourself in a state-of-the-art studio with professional lighting, high-quality mics, and an inspiring atmosphere. Our studios are equipped with the latest technology to ensure your sessions are smooth and productive. We create power-packed segments split into 3 engaging parts, 15 minutes each, designed to captivate your audience. Our team ensures that each segment is filled with valuable content and keeps your audience hooked. Now, let's talk post-production. Our team meticulously edits your content, adding branded intros and outros, custom music, and flawless transitions. We take care of all the technical details so you can focus on delivering your message. We make sure your message shines brighter than ever. Our goal is to enhance your voice and make your campaign stand out in a crowded market. Finally, it's time to launch. We distribute your polished campaign across all major platforms, ensuring your campaign reaches the widest possible audience. But that's not all. We create viral reels, issue a national press release, and ensure your campaign gets the attention it deserves. Our marketing strategies are designed to maximize your reach and engagement. At ME Studios, we bring your vision to life. Our dedicated team works tirelessly to ensure your campaign is a true reflection of your brand and resonates with your audience. Your campaign, your brand, done right. We take pride in delivering high-quality, professional campaigns that make a lasting impact. Ready to make your mark? Visit themestudios.net and book your launch today. Our team is excited to help you start your branding journey. Thanks for watching, and let's get your voice out there. Together, we can create something truly special.
Word. Step number 5, activate your platforms. Now that we gave you the blueprint, now that you have a game plan on how to get yourself out there and how to document your story, and we talked about the many elements from the bios to the headshots and really the mindset and the science behind doing it all. And again, you can do it by yourself, but if you need a little bit of assistance, especially download that complimentary. It's not free. It's complimentary. Somebody else pay for it. But it is yours that you can have a checklist, or let us know if you need a little bit more help and we can give you some options as little as $1.30 a day or whatever you can operate with. But you want to make sure that you are doing an inventory and then taking that profile that is complete and ask yourself a question. Is my profile fully optimized on my Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, podcast platforms? Or is my website fully optimized and has continuity, meaning it all is consistent as far as messaging? It may look a little different because of the platforms, but it needs to be consistent. And also, by the way, you can have a platform with us in im.media where we can interact with you just like a social media platform. So if you download this blueprint, consider also communicating with us and having your own profile as well. And then, of course, is the content strategy ready? So you got the profile, which is everything we talked about, and then the content strategy. We have a lot in there that will go all over things content strategy. I teach how to create 30 days worth of content in 2 hours. In 2 hours. Obviously, it's a lot that I'm putting out in here, but I don't want to hoard. I'm trying to give you everything. Last but not least, I'll give you a ninja bonus. Brand you in 1 sentence. I always talk about the who, the what, and the results, right? Make sure you identify who do you help, with what do you help them, right? What is the tool? And what are the results that you create? You know, for example, for me personally, my brand, I help struggling entrepreneurs. That's my who. Leveraging social media in the digital space. That's the tool that I'm using, the how. By providing brand revenue and equity, by increasing brand revenue or equity, by dominating in brand equity and revenue. Like those, that's my, who do I help? How do I help them? And what are the results that I create? Or one sentence, and you want to know it like your favorite song. Because you can be in the airport and somebody's like, where you heading? Texas. Oh yeah, business or pleasure? Business. What do you do? I help struggling entrepreneurs to leverage social media and the digital space just so they can create brand equity and revenue. That's awesome. How do you do that? Boom, prospect. No matter what. No matter what. Tanya,
Yeah,
I'll pass it on to you, my friend. Take the baton. Take it. Take it.
Take it. Oh, that was a good video thing. Just come back and then come. No, I definitely agree with all of that. Guys, we have the ability, we talked about the omni-channel, being omnipresent. But the omni-channel marketing and just being able to be everywhere. And we're like, well, how do we do that? You guys got to leverage systems. Okay. Metricool is one of them that you can use. We have a few other ones that we, recommend, one in particular, actually. But you can do like a Metricool where you have a platform that you can, a social media scheduler, essentially. And so you put all of the content in there and it automatically posts your content for you. So you can do things like that. And then when you know that it's posting, you're commenting, liking, sharing, and putting in your story, like doing all that manually. So that way, you are, interacting. Okay. Cause you need some, interaction on those platforms as well. But, essentially, I guess this whole conversation really in putting it together is that what you're saying is we have all of these tools and assets. Many of them are free, like the social platforms, and we're not using them. We're stuck in one aspect. And if I'm going to produce a reel, even though I'm not big on TikTok or going on TikTok or however, I'm still going to just at least let it go there.
Facts.
I mean, I'm already producing it, so what's the big deal? And it's, if I have to load it and just click a button, it's going to go there. I don't understand why not.
Just put the effort on it, though.
Yeah, it is. It's just a matter. And obviously, if you look at stuff that I did 20 years ago, it could look like absolute crap. But it was the excellence that I knew at the time. So we're not judging you for that. But I think that if you've been playing small. I think that if you've been saying, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, and you're not consistent with it, right? If you cannot post 3 times a day, then at least post once. If you can't post 1 time a day, then post 3 times a week, but at least show up and be in that. I know a lot of what we do, Ali, is we look at what are we doing for the next 3 months? What does this quarter look like? And if we can, let's go ahead and make sure that we're a quarter ahead. So when we're in first quarter, we're already operating in second quarter because it's already been done. And that's the thing that we're talking about, is taking what you're doing seriously. Taking what you're doing seriously. I was actually in leadership class on Saturday, and we were talking about one of the students had said, they had all the resources. I don't know why they didn't do what they needed to do. And this was my question. They had all the resources. It's the same thing as you have all the gifts and anointings and you have everything right at your fingertips. What they were lacking was the framework. The putting it together in a way that's going to be conducive for them to say, okay, Monday I do this. This is what this looks like. This is what my schedule looks like. This is what content I'm creating. This is how I'm creating it. But most do not want to put the effort into what even Ali and I are talking about, which is downloading the blueprint, spending an hour to 2 hours, sometimes even just decompressing and taking the week. And we're really sitting there and saying, what does it look like? The Bible talks about write the vision and make it plain. It also has a scripture that says, if a man that goes to build and then can't obviously build because they didn't count the cost, what's going to happen is, and I'm paraphrasing, what's going to happen is when they can't build anymore because obviously they don't have the resources now, they didn't consider what it was going to be, they're going to be looked at as a fool, and people are going to laugh at them joking and saying, this man started something that he couldn't build or couldn't finish. And that's the thing. When I look at individuals and they come to me, I'm like, well, where's your blueprint? What do you mean? Oh, okay, business plan. Do you have anything? Well, no, not really. Okay. So now we have no idea. And then now they want to hire a teammate. They don't even know how to hire them because they have nothing to give them that says, this is my SOP. What is that? Standard operating procedures. This is what this looks like. Go to this link. Load this. At this time. For this people. Use these hashtags. These are the colors. I'm talking about getting that detailed. We don't think that matters, but it does. And so if I have anything to say about, like, that's what I would actually say, because we're giving such gold right now. And I know that there's some that are passively listening and probably will get off of this live and be like, okay, now what? But they didn't take the notes. They didn't do the calls to action, right? And so, yeah.
There's somebody who's buying a latte right now and not willing to spend $1.30 a day. And they're just going to be exactly where they are. No offense. I understand struggle. I struggle myself. But trust me, there were times that I fasted, not that I wanted or needed to fast, just because I needed to fast, if you know what I mean. Like, there was a financial fast. All I'm trying to tell you is, please make a right decision for yourself and for your business. We're here to help you. We're here to support you. And if we've given you this much gold, excuse me, at no cost to you, imagine how much more we actually work on once you're inside our community.
You said something really quickly. I just wanted to point this out. You talked about coffee. So if we're going to go spend $15 on a coffee,
yep,
that's pretty much half a month. So if you do 2 coffees, you could have actually gone into im.media and got the resources and the assets and everything that you would need to be able to build.
Sorry.
Isn't that crazy? We don't look at it as, oh my gosh, for 2 coffees in a month, you could have built your business. You say that you don't have it, but for 2 coffees, 2. So you're willing to go over here. You can't just go ahead and go to some store and just go get coffee and learn on YouTube how to make a chai latte or something, whatever you want to, macchiato, whatever you do, and make it at home and save the money so you can actually go build your company. That's what I'm talking about. Decisions that we make, we can see where your heart is at. And then you want to come and complain that you don't have, that you can't do. I know for me, I went and I knew I had to make sacrifices. I started selling furniture and things on Facebook Marketplace and other places. I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I don't need this. I started looking at clothes and shoes. I started looking at, what could I do to downsize? What can I do to, do I need this? That's why I haven't had cable TV in, oh my gosh, 20 something years. I genuinely haven't. My kids don't even know what cable TV is. Okay. Cause I don't pay anything. I don't do that. Right. And so subscriptions and all types of stuff. Right? We want to keep the kids good and all this other stuff. I get it. But if you just had one subscription, that's fine. You want to watch a show or whatever, that's fine. But all the other 10 that you have, shut them off, train your kids, train yourself, and save money. So this is the stuff that you're going to have to think about that's going to actually set you apart in success. We think it's, I'm going to market, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. A lot of the stuff is how you're systematizing and structuring your business, and what the validity that you see within mentorship. And that's the truth. So if we're sitting here saying, I don't want to invest and I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that, why are people going to follow you and want to invest in you? If you're not willing to invest in a mentor, why would they invest in you as a mentor? Because inside, you're actually projecting that you don't see a value in a mentor.
Yep.
Right? So again, we're projecting whatever we're seeing in the people that we're around, or that we're not seeing, like, we're like, why are we getting this response from people? I want you to understand it's just a mirror of who you are. So instead of complaining about them being cheap or not wanting to do whatever, look at what you're doing. And then lastly, stop. For the love of God and heaven and everything above that matters, can you please just stop judging, criticizing, bashing, and just gossiping about individuals that against the very blessing that you want, right? You want to be healthy, but you bash people who are maybe overweight and that in the gym. They're in the gym. You're not. Like, you want to bash multimillionaires. They're probably doing this or swindling taxes. How are you going to want to be a multimillionaire or have the money or increase when you're rejecting the very thing that you're asking God for? Think about that. You have no idea what you go through. And Ali, I know you can attest to this. You could be making 5 figures and you're comfortable with that. But then the minute you start making 6 figures, you got a whole nother issue. Tax bracket, accountants, all types of things, right? So now you want to say, we know people that are $250,000 or $500,000 a year, and you think that's a lot, but in all the grand scheme of things, it really isn't. Because they're now dealing with other things. We have employees and teammates and systems and everything, right? And so you don't understand what it is to have to operate that way. You want to judge that they're in spas and that they're playing sports and doing all these extracurricular activities, but you don't understand the cortisol levels and the stress that happens. You don't understand how we have to go and hang out and be playful and laugh and have fun so we can actually lower the stress and we can actually receive the strategies and ideas. So you're judging what you don't actually know. And so that's what I would just, recommend to individuals when it comes down to their brand, their business, all of it.
Facts. That's my last.
I think we're stepping on all of their 10 toes today and fingers and everything else.
Let me.
I don't know. Danica said she said it's gold and she's liking it. She said,
if I may,
great shooting.
If I may, I'm just getting started. Get used to this.
I love it.
Like this is it. I am just getting started and I am not holding back because I do know for a fact that me not doing what I'm doing right now is what gotten me and many people that I worked with in the comfort zone. And the comfort zone is the most dangerous one that you can have in business. And like Dr. Katrina said, I need a little gangsta from you, Ali. So here comes the gangsta, the spiritual one at least.
Spiritual gangster. I like the spiritual gangster.
Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. You got the answers. You got the goodies. You got the link. You got a complimentary training. And I believe in you. And Danica, thank you so much for hopping on. I know you're still working on implementing everything from last conversation. But feel free, assuming the timing is right, if we need to upgrade you in a way that we can work with you more on a personal level, we have an option for Voxer that you can ask us throughout the whole day, whatever you would want, and we'll answer that question for you. So just take advantage of that as well. It's available, or reach out to us for anything else. But main thing is don't sleep on the modern way of doing things. If you're not documented in the prime time, unfortunately, no one's going to take you seriously. And we want to help you to get there. And we do work with everyone, no matter what your budget is, and we'll make it possible for you. That is a guarantee. I guarantee it, like Chuck Barkley says. All right, Tanya, I'll let you close us out, sis.
Well, God bless. We adore each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys got a bunch of value. Go to im.media so you can get the replay. You can also go into the storefront on im.media and you can get the worksheet, the blueprint that Ali was speaking from. And listen to this over and over and over. This is why we even have the private podcast in IM Media. Because of the fact that you have to, the repetition, it's just like being in the gym and building the muscle. Right now, you have a voice. Your voice carries a frequency in the spirit realm. We need to hear it. Some of you guys, because you're not showing up, even if it's imperfect, okay? Because you're not showing up, somebody's not hearing your voice. Somebody might not break through at the timing that they would need to break through, or it might not be you that brings them into that place because God can't use you right now because you're not willing. He wants a willing vessel, right? So again, hopefully you are blessed and we will see you next Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is our goal, to come and bring you value.
Till next time. Peace. See y'all later.
At ME Studios, we don't just create campaigns, we build brands. Our mission is to transform your ideas into a compelling experience that resonates with your audience and elevates your brand identity. Hey there! Ever dreamt of launching your own branding campaign, but overwhelmed by all the moving parts? From concept to execution, the process can seem daunting. But don't worry, we've got you covered. Look no further. Welcome to ME Studios, your one-stop shop for all things branding. Imagine this, a place where creativity meets technology, and your branding dreams come to life. We start with pre-production. Our expert team dives into creative concept meetings, curates top-tier guests, and even puts together stunning headshots. We help you shape your vision and plan every detail meticulously. We even throw in AI-powered commercials to give you that extra edge. These commercials are designed to seamlessly integrate with your content, making your campaign not just informative, but also commercially viable. Next up, production. Picture yourself in a state-of-the-art studio with professional lighting, high-quality mics, and an inspiring atmosphere. Our studios are equipped with the latest technology to ensure your sessions are smooth and productive. We create power-packed segments split into 3 engaging parts, 15 minutes each, designed to captivate your audience. Our team ensures that each segment is filled with valuable content and keeps your audience hooked. Now, let's talk post-production. Our team meticulously edits your content, adding branded intros and outros, custom music, and flawless transitions. We take care of all the technical details so you can focus on delivering your message. We make sure your message shines brighter than ever. Our goal is to enhance your voice and make your campaign stand out in a crowded market. Finally, it's time to launch. We distribute your polished campaign across all major platforms, ensuring your campaign reaches the widest possible audience. But that's not all. We create viral reels, issue a national press release, and ensure your campaign gets the attention it deserves. Our marketing strategies are designed to maximize your reach and engagement. At ME Studios, we bring your vision to life. Our dedicated team works tirelessly to ensure your campaign is a true reflection of your brand and resonates with your audience. Your campaign, your brand, done right. We take pride in delivering high-quality, professional campaigns that make a lasting impact. Ready to make your mark? Visit themestudios.net and book your launch today. Our team is excited to help you start your branding journey. Thanks for watching, and let's get your voice out there. Together, we can create something truly special.